Okay. All righty. So good morning. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get to. There we go. All right. Good morning. Um, we are live. Um, I'm talking with heart-centered entrepreneurs about stuff. and so it's Wednesday, and I want to talk about business planning. And I want to today, I want to talk about like the kind of big picture of business planning, because that's what we did last week. Okay, so I want to start there, but then I want to go into looking at some details about making a business plan and um, how to do that from a heart-centered way. Oh, how to do that in a heart-centered way and without making it painful, because I don't believe that making a business plan should be painful. I think it should be fun and exciting. And over the last few weeks, we've been really thinking about what our business is and what our personal missions are within our business. And the thing that feels really exciting for me is thinking about the impact that I can have in community. And I just love it. I love having significant impact on one person. And when you've set up your business so that you have major impact on many people, that is about as good as it gets for me. You know, as far as my business is concerned, thinking about and connecting with people that are taking the information that I give and using it and having success, it is just really, really awesome. So I have um, I have Cora on the line, and Ashley is also signing in right now. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. How are you?
Great. I'm a little slow this morning. I feel very awake, but I'm a little slow. And I have to say that my home reflects my mindset, or my mindset reflects my home. Like, and if you look at my home right now, it's boxes and things that are getting opened and getting ready. Like, my home is in a state of getting ready. I keep having stuff delivered. Like, I got my desk delivered 2 days ago, and I spent yesterday putting it together, and the console cabinet got delivered and it's being put together. And then the toaster got delivered. Um, you know, the books got delivered. Like, a whole bunch of stuff is getting delivered. So there are always boxes, things coming in, and then I've got to figure out what to do with them, right? Now, what's interesting is I've noticed that with my business, I've not been able to really move forward with the things that I want to do. All that's happening is I get information and I'm like, what do I do with this information? I have to figure out what to do with this information. So what I am realizing is that whatever is happening in my mind is also happening in my physical space. And that's really good, because what I do every morning, I've made it a ritual because of this fact. I get up every single morning and I walk to every room. And even if it's a room that's in flux, I order it to a degree, to the best that I can. The desk is still over on its side because I can't get the drawers to align properly. But, what I've done is organized all the stacks of stuff that need to go in the drawers, and the table is moved over to the side so it's not just kind of haphazard. My bedroom is super organized, so the bed is always made every morning. It's this ritual of getting up and ordering things around me that allows me to move forward and feel better about where I am. So I want to check in with you all and see how you all are doing today. We have Patrice who has joined us also, and Patrice never joins us on Wednesday morning. So I'm so happy to see you, darling. Hi, welcome. Um, I'd love to just check in and see how you're doing. So, Cora, since your camera's on, why don't we start with you and see how you are?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just still trying to play catch up with my hard drive dying on me. I don't know if I already told you this, but I did, I'd been like neglecting going to look at my Airtable because I was scared. I was like, I know I have some stuff in there, but I don't want to know what I don't have in there. And I found one thing. I made my own, like, wrote up my own little three Billy Goat Gruff story that I'm going to record, and that's the one thing I was devastated because I was like, dumbass, why didn't you write it down first? Because I usually write stuff down, and so I found that in my Airtable, and that helped give me motivation to keep moving forward. Because my mindfulness class, of course, I lost pretty much all of that, so I'm having to redo that. And so, yeah, so, the past 2 weeks, I was pretty down, didn't feel really motivated to do anything. And so finding that little win on my Airtable helped motivate me. So I'm just kind of get back in the flow of, getting that stuff done and just
Cora,
thinking
let me
about,
ask you something. Oh, sorry, I want to.
right.
Didn't you send the hard drive out to kind of see? Are you
Yes.
saying they couldn't retrieve all of it?
Oh yeah. So so they called and told me it was going to be $750 to fix it. Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
wow. Oh,
And
boy.
so I was like, no way. And then talked to my husband, and he was kind of like, well, let's get it back. Let's get it back because maybe here in a couple months we can get that fixed. We want all our pictures on there and all your work stuff. He's like, so I'm waiting for them to call me back to let me know if I can get that back or not. So I'm kind
Yeah.
of just kind of viewing that as a loss. If they do call me and be like, oh yeah, you can come pick that up, I'll be really excited. But I'm like, I can't sit here and wait. I gotta
Yeah.
keep moving forward with everything.
Sure, that makes sense. I'm really sorry about that, Cora. That is such a hard feeling. It's a hard feeling of loss.
Uh,
So, I totally, I've been there. I've lost some things that are really valuable and things that I was working on. And, I also saw that as a reflection of my carelessness with my own self, you know?
yes.
And once I corrected that, and I needed to lose all that stuff in order to understand it, because I wasn't doing it. I was just letting my energy drift away, and carelessly, like, oh, no big deal. And it just taught me that I really have to value myself, my thoughts, my ideas, and protect them, protect myself. And that changed. But I still hope that, what's valuable, I hope it comes back to you.
Right. And then I feel good too because I restarted my mindfulness course, and I feel like I do have maybe a better direction of stuff to do in there. I've kind of had some things come to me along those lines. And then
Yeah.
just like I said in Facebook, just trying to like I said in Facebook, trying to revamp everything. And just like you said, it's a way so that I, instead of just, letting my energy trickle out onto everything, I can focus
Yes.
in and get it more channeled. That's what all this animal Reiki stuff's about anyway. It's about learning how to just
Mhm.
focus and channel energy, so
Mhm.
that's what I'm
Good.
trying to do.
Yeah, very good. Good. Good luck with everything, Cora. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about with your survey yesterday and all that. So very good. We'll come back to that for sure.
Good deal.
Ashley, how are you? Good morning.
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, so as you know, I was getting started on social media yesterday, actually posting stuff. Um, and the immediate feedback, being able to see some people responding relatively quickly, gives you a boost. But then
Sure.
like, even though it's only been one day, I find myself still being like, oh, that's it, like there aren't more people, instead
Mm,
of giving it time and letting it build and like, letting myself make more posts, which is really how this works.
sure.
So,
Sure.
yeah.
Good, very good, astute observations. And it's easy to get caught up in that, Ashley. Yeah. Yeah. But you're right. It is something that you have to let build. But you have to you have to manage those emotions, man. Like, okay, let me detach from this and go focus on what's important and what I can control. I really liked um, your web page. I love the design. Wait, hold on. I'm going to just hop on that real quick. And, uh-oh, I could have gone directly in
Yeah.
there.
There's just one post on it so far. Got
But
more,
still,
but
though, it looks, I really love the design. This is the point. Um, Number one, I love the title. Okay. Uh-oh, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, I'm going to share my screen to show you what I'm looking at here. Share screen. Okay, so this was the post you made yesterday. Oh, I see what I did. You know what? I don't usually use Twitter. I love, number one, I love this look right here. This looks great. Um, I love the gray, the silver, and the gold together. I think that looks great on the black background. Looks really, it's just very, it has a level of mystery, and it's also, uh, I don't know, it just pops, right? It seems to really um, get my attention. And then the thing that I also love is this little splash page or this blog. Or I'm not really sure of what to call this. What is this called? This
it
is
is a blog.
Tumblr. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
Tumblr is
blog.
for hosting blogs, yeah.
Okay, very good. So I'm loving the blog, the nice simple setup, the clean interface, and the list of characters. It's awesome, Ashley. I'm so happy for you. And I can't
I'm
wait to
glad.
see what comes next. Rated 17 plus for language, violence, and sexual themes. Wow.
Yep.
Meow. Go on, girl. Very good. Excellent. Keep up that good work, Ashley.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Um, and actually, Ashley, you're inspiring me just to throw this in because as heart-centered entrepreneurs, we can tend to be a little bit more sensitive. We feel things pretty deeply, and you know, we're doing things using our intuition and using our feeling nature in addition to using our intellect, our knowledge, our experience, our book knowledge, our learning, our classes, mentors, coaches, etc. We're combining those, but we're putting a little more heart into it. And just as a message for all of us who are here, doing practices every day that help us manage our emotions and help us feel grounded, I think is really important. So, just this is a little reminder for you to connect always to your spiritual source of grounding, whether it be God or angels or spirit guides, tarot, nature, your pets, a loved one. cooking, working with essential oils, anything that you can add into your day that you can do with presence that helps you feel grounded, that helps you maybe connect to um, solid, grounding, tangible three-dimensional energy. Making sure you all get that on a regular basis, okay? For
Yeah.
me, the essential oils is working with essential oils is really important, but also cooking is really important. And as I said earlier, um, getting into my day, starting off by making that bed, making a cup of tea, warming the cup before I make my tea. All these little rituals that we can do are really important and help to um, make us more grounded, okay? And able to do our three-dimensional work, okay? All right, so next up we've got Patrice. Are you there, Patrice?
Good morning.
Good
Can you hear me?
morning. Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing okay this morning, actually. I had yesterday off and today off, so I just took some time to sit down and drink a bottle of wine yesterday. Don't judge me, Crystal.
Look,
My
I ain't,
patients have been
I ain't judging. I would be the last one to judge. I've got a nice bottle of J. Lore back there. You can see it right there. I'm pointing to it. That's a bottle of wine. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It helped me de-stress. I mean, I've just been I actually like the topic where you are already going with this, saying how we need to stay grounded and stay, with, having something to do every morning. And I kind of realized yesterday that my energy has been so just gone. Like I have no energy whatsoever. And it's really because have the, I haven't been keeping up with, my daily rituals of just.
Patrice, did I lose you? Patrice, can you all hear me? You can't hear Patrice.
Yeah, I can hear you, not her.
Okay, Patrice, we've lost you. Not sure if let me just type her a message. Patrice, I don't know if you can hear me, but we cannot hear or see you. So just when you come on, just come back on. In the meantime, I'm going to check in with Kelly. And Kelly, are you there? Kelly.
Muting. Hi, Crystal and everyone. I am here.
Hello. Well, good morning.
And I want to apologize. I just checked my email and I saw the email about the Zoom, and this is the first Zoom that I've attended with you. So I'm sorry if you all are an ongoing group. I don't even know what's going on, but I
Yes.
decided to pop in because I know you all are heart centered. And that is what I need as an empath, and probably the rest of us are empaths. So I said, let's see what's going on. So I'm sorry to just pop in like that.
No, you are more than welcome to. That's why I send those messages out, because I want people who are, empaths and heart-centered to know that we meet every Wednesday here.
Okay.
And, we're all heart-centered entrepreneurs, meaning
Right.
we've got something that we're trying to build, and we're all from diverse backgrounds. You can hear from our accents that we are all diverse.
Yeah.
I'm from California, okay?
Mhm.
And we've got Cora, who's in Kentucky. No,
Ah,
Tennessee.
Cora.
Cora's in Tennessee. I don't know why I get that confused every single time. I think I just want to say Kentucky because it begins with a K. And then we've got Ashley, who's also in
Hi,
California.
Ashley.
And
California.
Patrice, I have forgotten where you are. Ohio. No, no, no. No,
Ohio.
no. Patrice is from California, family in Ohio, and living currently, because she's a traveling nurse, so she's currently in Kentucky.
Ah,
Okay. And then we have Sangeeta, who is Indian but living in Dubai. So
and
we are totally diverse. We all
oh,
do different things. I would love, actually, Kelly, if you would tell us, do you have are you an entrepreneur?
well, a wannabe entrepreneur. For years, I've always wanted to create a business or two. But you know
Mhm.
what? And it's the same little story that I don't want to retell because then I know that it puts the energy and focus in it. But it seems like when I get to the business part of it, like you said, we use our spiritual side, our intuition, and then we're also using our academics and our business side. The business part, I allow that to let me not move forward. You know, I have a background. I was an English professor for about 25 years, but I'm an artist. I create masks, and that's something that I really want to do. I'm a Reiki master. Always wanted to do a formal Reiki business, but I've been doing Reiki for free because always the business models, and I stopped at that point.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, yeah, I totally look. Uh, you sound like you're already a heart-centered entrepreneur. You've just not taken action on it, or
Right.
but that's great. This is Kelly. You might want to consider joining us on a regular basis. You're more
Okay.
than welcome here. And what I just want to get everyone to do is just to take maybe 1 minute and introduce yourselves to Kelly and tell her what it is you do. Lord knows if you've been in this group now for the last month, you know that's all we've been talking about and thinking about is what it is we do. We've been getting really clear. I'm like, what's your mission? What's your role in it? Blah, blah, blah. So let's have everyone do that. Let's start off with, I'm going to go backward. Let's start with Cora, and then we'll go Ashley, Patrice, and then Sangeeta, and we'll end with Sangeeta checking in and letting us know how she's doing. Okay, so Cora, go ahead and why don't you tell Kelly what you do and who you are.
Got my elevator speech. All right. So, hi, I'm Cora, and I'm the owner of Fairylands Farm. I work with animals and individuals of all ages who are looking for holistic therapy and basic life skills to help improve their happiness and well being. We help them manage stress in their lives through live sessions, virtual therapy, educational classes with the goats and other animals. And that's all I have. So we do animal education, goat
that.
therapy, and animal reiki.
I
That's
love that. Animals of all ages. I love.
I know, it's really cute. You know, so Cora has a beautiful farm
Yeah.
in Tennessee, and she's got
Oh.
goats, and she calls it her menagerie. She's got rabbit. You
Oh.
got a rabbit, goats, dogs, cat, and Lord knows what else.
Yeah,
Chickens. You
yard
guys,
birds,
Oh,
yard
right.
birds. Yeah,
donkey.
That's so nice.
yeah,
I
awesome.
think that's it. The turtles and the fish tanks. Yeah,
Oh my
I
God,
think that covers everybody.
I
that's
love
right.
integrating the animals with the therapy because you know our animals are so healing. I love that.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Excellent. Ashley, how about you? Please tell Kelly what you do.
Yeah, so I'm developing an indie video game, a visual novel, so a story-based game. Um, so even if someone's never played a video game before, hopefully they can enjoy this and just enjoy, the interactive story. Um, and yeah, I'm hoping that the storytelling will be, enriching for people.
Yeah,
I
awesome.
like that.
Yeah,
That's really
it
supportive.
seems like a really big endeavor that Ashley's
Mm.
taking on, as well as we all are. All of our endeavors are big. It's that it's interesting though, because Ashley, you used the word novel, and that just registered with me today, and I'm like, oh my God, she's writing a novel, she's drawing she's doing the illustration, she's putting it to technology, and she's creating an entire platform. It just seems really awesome. So very good. Patrice, are you back with us? Patrice, I can't hear you. Patrice, you might need to log off or exit and then come back in so that the audio reconnects maybe? I don't know. Because there's no sound coming out, okay? All right, so I'm going to just head over to Sangeeta. And Sangeeta, what we're doing is just introducing ourselves to Kelly and letting her know what you do, and then letting me know how you're doing. Okay.
Hi, Kelly. Welcome to this group.
Thank you.
Uh, so I'm working full time. I'm basically working with an insurance company, but my passion is to do coaching, counseling, training, and mentoring. So I'm looking to now developing my business front, which I'm working with Crystal on, and I'm going to start probably very soon in the next few months launch something.
Yeah.
So that's where I am at the moment.
Thank you.
Sangeeta's being modest. Sangeeta is a poet and artist, and she's launching a blog. She's already a certified life coach, and she's working with me in my spiritual life coach certification program. And she's basically building an entire business that operates to help her be of service to people. She writes meditations, and she's going to have quite an impact in her community. So this is awesome. So Kelly, welcome to
Thank you.
the group. Okay, welcome to the group. And, you are welcome to join us in whatever capacity you like, but we do meet here every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, okay? So you just come whenever you're ready. Sangeeta, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, and in fact, I'm very excited because next week I'm off. I'm on a holiday, so
That's
yay!
right.
I'm super waiting for tomorrow because that's going to be my weekend starts and my holiday starts. And then I've just got my daughter to, I've forced her into booking a place where we're going for 2 nights. So it's of course in Dubai, not anywhere out. But we were having like a lot of argument on which place and what to do and all. Then finally we ended up, I went in what she wanted. So we finally booked that. So yeah, so next week I'm going to be out for 2 days, just family time together, not doing anything really, giving more time for self-reflection probably.
Yeah, certainly. Good. So
Very
it sounds
nice,
like you're
very nice.
excited.
So I'm quite excited about it because it's been really long. I think I've just been in this rut of work and just doing things, not having time for just relaxation. So maybe that's what I'm looking forward to now.
Yeah, I think that's great. And, there's been a lot of stress at your work, a lot of
Yeah.
stress and a lot of kind of heavy energy, a lot to process. And, taking a break away, I'm glad you're doing a staycation. And I think that's probably really smart to get out of your environment. That'll break up the old kind of patterns, you know. Very good. Excellent, darling. Have a wonderful weekend. So am I gonna see you?
Yes, yes, you will. I'm just going in the weekdays, so it'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Okay. Very good. Excellent. Very good. All right. I think we have Patrice back now.
Please tell me you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's because my connection, my I always have a horrible connection with this computer, but I guess I'll introduce myself really quickly to Kelly.
Please,
I
please.
am yes, I'm a travel nurse that works in cardiothoracic currently, and I want to be switching my specialty to holistic care and incorporate my my spiritual coaching into that as well. So that's what I do.
Patrice, I don't think that I realized that you worked in cardiothoracic. Isn't that interesting that you're working with the heart? Like, isn't that like the heart area?
Yes, I've always been just attracted to the heart, both like physically and spiritually. So now I just
Yeah.
want to move from one dimension to the other. So
Very good. Um, Yeah, that's so cool, being a spiritual life coach. And Patrice is also in my certification program, Kelly, and I love how spirit, like, you know, Patrice works with people in spirituality, and spirituality is really a matter of the heart. And she's working with it physically and energetically and ethereally. I just find that to be really cool. I think that's
Maybe
so.
a heart in her logo if she doesn't have it already.
I know she could put a. I'd love the image of the real human heart.
Yeah, the
Mm.
anatomical heart. I love that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I might incorporate that. Thank you.
Mhm. Excellent. Very good. So, ladies, what I'd like for us to do today, how do you guys, let's take a vote. How do you all feel about talking about money? Show of hands or an aye, a yes?
You gotta talk about it at some point, I think.
I think so. How about we do it today? Yeah, okay. This is a yes. All right. So let's talk a little bit about money. Um, oh, we have money as an energetic and we have money as a physical, tangible resource. Okay. And um, money as a tangible resource can come to you easily and effortlessly or not. And one of the things that I personally, I got to be honest with you all, I have a very difficult money story. So I'm not going to get into the details of my money story except to illustrate for you what I mean by money story. And what I want you all to do right now is to take a few minutes and write down what you think your money story is. Now, I'm just going to give you a little example. We're going to take about 3 minutes to write down our money story. But first, before we start the timer, 3 minutes, 1, 2, 3. So before we start the timer, I want to just give you an idea of what I'm talking about so you know where I'm kind of going with this little exercise. The experience that we have with money as a young person is partially based on our astrology, and it's fully based on our soul's agenda. So our soul comes to earth and we're experiencing the financial issues that basically our soul or vibration wants us to experience so that we can evolve according to our divine life purpose. Okay, there's the spiritual aspect of this. How that's playing out in this life is how it's playing out. And my theory is that it originates with our soul. So, what I want you to do is to just take a couple of moments to think about your experience with money and to write down what you think your soul's agenda is for you and money in this lifetime. That's what I mean by your money story. Are there any questions about that before I set the timer? Okay, so
I
what
have
we're,
a question.
oh,
Sorry,
please go
Kristen.
ahead, Sangeeta, go ahead.
So, when we are saying the soul's agenda, that's like what we believe that money plays for us, or what really it like. For me, in the 3D world, money has a different aspect for me. But when I think of it from my soul's perspective, it has a different aspect. So, which of the two do we really need to
Well, I'm going to just challenge what you're saying, and I want to suggest
Yeah.
that the three-dimensional experience you're having is your soul's perspective. Like it is your soul's, it's what your soul wants to happen.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it does. Okay.
So
Makes sense.
let me give you an
Can you give
example.
an example? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give you my example.
Yeah.
So what I've noticed in my life is that I have, as a child, received everything that I've needed, but what I've wanted and what I've wanted has come very easily. However, those things were always given to me. When it came down to actually earning money, and so that I could do for myself, that's where the struggle came in. I had a hard time generating money and maintaining money and being able to use money as a resource that actually advances my being in a good way. Small amounts of money to do little things, but never anything that's really generative, that's big and abundant, or rarely. Okay, rarely. Does that
Mm.
make sense?
Yeah. Now it does.
And so what I'm saying is there's a reason that I'm having that experience. And the reason is because I'm here to learn how to generate money and to generate money in a powerful way, not little tiny piddlings of money that are not sustainable, you see.
Mm.
Okay. Does this
Yep.
make sense to everyone? Please unmute yourselves, ask questions if you need help.
Yeah, it sounds really similar to what I was gonna say for mine, you know,
Okay, interesting.
when
Okay,
you're, yeah, taken care of versus, you know, being independent.
that's the word, Ashley. That's my word. Interesting. All right, take 3 minutes and write down what your soul's agenda, like what you're experiencing in this 3D world from your soul. Okay, you're learning. All right, ladies. So, okay. I would like for one or two of you to share your money story if you feel comfortable with it. Okay? If you feel comfortable with it, feel free to. You can unmute yourself.
I'll go.
Thanks, Patrice.
So I had to kind of reach back for this one because I'm so starting out, I grew up pretty poor. I have 6 other siblings. I have 6 brothers, and then there's me. So we didn't have a lot of money growing up. And then I lived in kind of like this imaginary world. Like, what would I do if I had more money? You know, I would do this, this, and this. And a lot of times, all of that really just involved me like helping people. Like, if I had the money to help my parents, if I had the money to help my brothers or, you know, other people in my family, then that's what I would do with it. So as I got older, I learned that I was driven to really make a way for myself. I started getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning so I can bake cookies and sell them at school. I, you know, sold candy in the neighborhood. I sold, you know, and I really found that I hustled for this money and I would provide, you know, like gift things, buy little things here for my friends here and there. And I also took pride in being able to do that, you know, even if it was something small for my friends for their birthday. And so as I got older, it kind of transformed into being, I mean, just on a larger scale, taking pride in the fact that I work very hard for the money that comes my way. Like, I have always been told that nothing comes easy to me because the universe wants me to really know what I want and know that I have to work for it, because there's been plenty of things that I quit on because the universe is just like, oh, you didn't really want that. You know, if you really want it, you work for it. So even me getting my degree, me getting all of this, going to the military, even the military was difficult for me, but it provided me this energy in this, in the form of currency, to be able to, you know, send money back home when I was deployed and my parents were having a hard time, or sending money to my grandmother, you know, when I was deployed and she was having a hard time. And I took pride in knowing that I could be.
Patrice, I lost you again. Patrice, I don't know if you can hear us. Okay, Patrice, I think you better hang up and call back in, please. So it was such a good talk, she was just saying. I was so gripped. All right, Patrice, call back in and then you can continue when you come back in. Is there anyone else who would like to share? We'll take just one other one for this section. Oh, my connection says unstable. Patrice, make sure, it sounds like you can hear me. Make sure that you don't have any other applications open on your computer. So make sure your email is closed. That sucks a lot of energy when it goes out to try to pull in your emails. Make sure the internet is shut down, so Safari is closed. Make sure every other app on your computer is closed except for Zoom. And then that will help tremendously. Also, just FYI, turning off Wi-Fi on your phone if you're on your computer, that helps tremendously as well. All right. In the meantime, who else would like to share?
Well, I
Let's
was
go.
saying that, oh, was there
That's
someone
okay.
else?
Okay, Ashley, you can go on. Ashley, you can go on.
Okay. Well, I was saying that, you know, that stuff about being provided for reminded me of what I was going to say. So yeah, parents, school slash society, like even like having, you know, a regular job feels like I'm being provided for. Having a regular job didn't feel like I was earning the money, ironically, because like that's how normal people think about earning money, is having a job, but it didn't feel like I was the one generating it. It felt like it was being fed to me through an umbilical cord, kind of.
Wow, that's
Um,
powerful. Okay.
yeah. So it's like I was plugged into that. And, you know, it just felt like this, you know, this cord was something that it just went without saying that this is necessary to live, you know, to have something like this,
Mhm.
to being connected to and kind of dependent on this thing,
Yeah.
that I'm incapable of, you know, finding an alternative to it. Or so, yeah, in terms of soul's agenda, I just said, you know, freedom as in not being dependent on, you know, some specific thing to provide for me in ways that are either beyond my control or conditional, where the transaction isn't one entered into freely,
Mhm.
where I'm entering into it because I think I must. Instead, yeah, the agenda is to have a certain confidence, stability, peace within myself, to know that I can be all right, and that I can say no to arrangements that don't serve me rather than allowing them because I think I'll quote unquote die without that arrangement, or
Yeah.
because I think there's no real alternative.
Yeah. Wow. Um, that's really good work. Both you and Patrice gave very stellar examples of great depth of insight around your relationships with money. And I want to keep us moving, okay? I want to keep us moving. So I'm going to move us on to the next step, because our soul's agenda is really important to understand when it comes to being able to break free from any limitations that we have around money and security. So, for your home fund, I want for everyone to continue writing about and exploring your soul's agenda around money. Okay. And what we're looking for is not we're not looking to bypass the soul's agenda around money, but rather to embrace, enhance, and elevate. Okay, to elevate. And here's an example of that I want you all to consider. So I have, you know, in astrology, you have 12 houses, and each house has represents a certain thing. In my second house, which is the house of income, value, and worth, things I value, how I value things, and money, wealth, I have two very challenging aspects. One of them is Chiron. And Chiron is basically saying, hey, you are going to struggle with money, with generating money, right? This positioning with Chiron basically says you are going to struggle not with having so much money you don't know what to do with it. That's not the struggle I have, okay? The struggle I have is not being able to generate money. And because of that positioning, it's basically saying my connection with my worth is directly related to my connection to how money flows to me. Okay, my ability to generate money is directly related to my feelings of self-worth. So, why is this important? Because no matter what I do, doesn't matter what ideas I have, how much I work, if I don't improve my relationship with myself and raise my self-worth, my ideas will not have success, because my relationship with my worth is influencing heavily my ability to generate money. So the times when I've made tremendous amounts of money have been times when I've had tremendous confidence and trust in myself, and I had tremendous amounts of love. And when I've gone down the path of feeling demoralized, depriving myself, and feeling worthless and treating myself without worth, then the money has followed. And it's been very difficult in those years to generate income. So that is an example of how money is following the soul's agenda versus some outward random kind of thing. Does that make sense to everyone? What I'd like for you all to do is to ponder your money story for a few moments and see if you can shift your money dynamic, or if you can see what needs to be shifted energetically, intellectually, and see in what ways, or if you can look back in your past and see how money followed your mindset, or how money followed your mood, or how money followed your spirit. Does that make sense? Unmute yourselves if you have any questions about what I'm saying. Okay.
It makes sense. I'm just trying to think of anything.
Yeah, very good. So take 3 minutes and write down, okay, I'm setting the timer, 3 minutes to write down how money has followed your focus, your energy, your mindset, etc. Okay. I just made an amazing discovery. What I noticed is that money has followed my focus always. There have been times when I've made literally $40,000 in 2 days. I've literally had that experience a number of times. And then there's a waning when I don't make anything. And what I've noticed is that money follows my focus. When I feel emotionally solid, when I feel intellectually creative, when I'm aimed toward a goal and I feel determined, money always follows that. Without fail, that has been my experience. Okay, I want to hear from a couple of you all to share what you've discovered so far. Tell us a little bit about your money story and this last example, how money is following something, how it's manifesting for you. Who would like to share?
Well, it was difficult for me to find examples because for the vast majority of my life, I was, not really having my money situation be terribly dependent on, it felt like it was not dependent on things that I did because it was a salary, and, it would gradually increase from year to year, and there'd be bonuses, but I wasn't even paying much attention to it. Like it didn't matter to me a whole lot, like if they gave me a bit of a raise or if they gave me a bonus, or like I was just like, I have enough, and I'm more concerned about the fact that I'm wasting the vast majority of my time, or it felt like I was wasting the vast majority of my time on something that was not my top priority in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted that time back, but I wasn't thinking about the money basically at all. And it was just sort of there. Like it was giving me a good amount and it was helping me save up so that I can do what I'm doing now. But
So is money just there for you, Ashley? Is that your story, that
it
money's
was
just
when I had
there?
the umbilical cord, when I was like, okay, I'm plugged into this thing and therefore money is going to be there for me. I believed that that connection was there. And so, and also, it was. And so it was like, I don't have to think about it. I'm being provided for because I'm plugged into the system, you know,
And so
and
does that give
that's
you,
just the way it's going to be.
does that give you fear as you venture off?
Yeah, because I've never been off of that before. And I have a hard time believing that there will be any source of anything outside of that.
Okay, that's the mindset that we need to look at. That's really good insight. Did you write that down? You got that all
Yeah, that
written
was up
down?
in the money story section, yeah.
Okay, awesome, beautiful, very good. Thank you.
But there are little things that I've noticed recently. Not so much like, I got a whole bunch of, commissions or a whole bunch of income because of something, but rather, if I find myself desiring something, particularly desiring something, but without a lot of resistance, and just, it'll have a way of coming into my life for free, or like with a heavy
Sure,
discount, and
sure.
or just sort of trying to open myself to the idea of receiving abundance in general. And then if someone approaches me, like my friend who has a startup who wants some commission work done, and they have a whole set of stuff that they want.
So it
So
sounds like you have some opportunities that come, but I want to look at,
but yeah,
hold on a second. So I want to hear from someone else. Who else wants to share? Let's take one other person who wants to share.
Okay, I'll go ahead, Kristen.
Mhm.
So for me, it's always like the story has been that it's always been a struggle right from childhood, to be to get money. But I've been doing it since a very young age. So I mean, I've supported my family and things like that. So I think what happens to me is I kind of feel insecure when there is no regular flow of income, if there is. So the fear of losing money or being dependent on someone else for money can make me very fearful, and I can get like very uncomfortable. It can get very uncomfortable for me.
Mm-hmm. And
So
so are you, have you noticed, Sangeeta, that there are any outward correlations between your inner process and the flow of money? Have you been able to tie any of that together?
So I feel that sometimes that even though I have the capacity to spend in places, I may pull myself back thinking that, no, what if I do it now? Maybe later I will struggle. So because I've seen my mom being very dependent on my dad, she's never been working, she's always been a housewife. So I've kind of seen that kind of thing, and that makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Um, it's scary, right? So what I'm saying, what I'm hearing is your security, your feelings of security are threatened by um, by the flow of money, the ebb and flow of money.
Yep.
Because it sounds like it's not even, it's about you can have money today and not have money tomorrow. Like, is that the thing that scares you?
Yeah, and maybe that's the reason why to like take that leap and move into my business pulls me behind.
Of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And this is what, I'm also listening to Ashley. She's like, and I think this is maybe where what she might be getting at is, yeah, how am I supposed to branch off and open my own business if, I have been a part of a system like the Matrix, in the movie The Matrix, when Neo is in the Matrix, as Ashley said, with the umbilical cord, he's connected. There was safety in that, in his little pod, he was always getting, in that pod of fluid he stayed in, he was getting always what he needed. But then he made that decision, like, I'm going to go out and, and how am I going to be supported? And of course, he had to go through the whole training in order to learn how to be supported outside the matrix, right? And that's a part of what we are doing. Yeah. Cora and I have already decided, that we are doing this on our own. We've already got these physical businesses that are supporting us, right? This is kind of our thing. We've gone out and done that, but that doesn't mean there aren't any challenges, of course, Very good. So here's what I want us to think about right now. And this is really important. Okay, so look, I'm going to give you spiritual philosophy, and this is my spiritual philosophy. All right. So you guys got to take what I say with a grain of salt. You may like what I say. If it resonates with you as true, then you embrace it and you run with it. If it sounds false, then just say, Crystalline, I ain't doing that shit. And just leave it. Okay. You get to take and leave what I offer you. Okay. I'm not going to be mad at you. But here's the thing. My spiritual philosophy is that we are extensions of a great benevolent God or light or energy into form. I am an energetic being having a human experience. The human experience is a part of the soul's agenda. The soul's agenda is all up in here. I'm here to do what my soul, my energetic self, wants me to experience. So all the hardships I've experienced are part of my soul's agenda. That's my philosophy. Take what you want, throw away what you don't. The thing is, my soul doesn't feel like it wants me to fail, to die a failure. My soul doesn't feel like it wants me to die a failure. It feels like I might have to get my ass kicked in order for me to have, a really great, powerful life that I desire. But that's an opportunity. So, what I want you all to be doing is to kind of say, well, soul, this is what I've experienced so far. What's the next step? Like, what do you want me to do in this lifetime? I I personally feel like my soul wants me to be a billionaire. That's what I feel like it wants me to do. And it wants me to be the billionaire by expanding my energy, expanding my heart, expanding my mind, and by taking all that expansive energy and bringing it into 3D works of art, like, writing books and, creating programs for people and, building websites and things like this, like taking all this creative, expansive energy and bringing it and sharing it and helping people. That's what I feel like my soul really wants me to do. Whether or not I'm going to do that is up to me in this 3D form, to see, am I willing to get past the past wounding? Am I willing to think bigger? Okay. So, what I want you all to do for home fun is to listen to your soul and to see where it wants you to go, to see what opportunities your soul wants you to take on. And as you're taking on these big ideas that your soul wants, what are you going to do with that? Right? What are you going to do with that? Over the last few weeks, we've been working on what it is we want with our business, like what our soul wants for our business, how we're going to help people. I think these things are totally related. I think it's the next step, like saying, so, for money, I have a business. Now, what about the money? Because, we're heart centered entrepreneurs. We didn't come into this business to make money. I didn't become a life coach so I could, become a billionaire. I don't know how many billionaires go into life, started off as life coaches, like, oh, I'm going to be a life coach and make $1 billion. That's not really where my mind was. Okay. Can it happen? Yeah, because it's about to happen. You guys are going to watch it happen with me over the next years. Okay. But still, what that means, I don't know how that looks. So I want you to look at money from the place of your soul, from the place of your feeling nature, and from the place of any wounding, blockages, and fears. Okay? Are there any questions about that? Now, the other thing I want you all to do and this is the most important thing. You see, I believe that your money is following your mindset and your focus and your energy and of course, your physical choices. But I think that your money begins inside. So what I want you all to do is to look at your money story and to see how what you've learned can translate or transfer into financial abundance and more financial security for yourself. So, for example, as I was writing my money story, I was saying, I can't control money. I was always losing money. But then as I went further and I looked at how when money did come to me, I saw that money always came when I was focused. Money always followed my focus and my determination. okay? So what I need to do when it comes down to making money is to make sure that I have focus and determination. What I want you all to do for your home fund is to see what your kind of money magic formula is. Now, Sangeeta said that she's got fear around the regular flow of money. Money ebbs and flows, and it makes her feel insecure and threatened and emotional. She's scared when at the thought of not having security because, you know, if she leaves her job, for example, maybe there'll be less money. That's an ebb, right? And who knows when the next flow of money is going to come. What I would say for Sangeeta is to recognize the cycles of money, right? Because money does come in a cycle. Like, you know, if you get paid every 2 weeks, there's the flow of money right there. There's the money arrives and then you spend it and then it ebbs. And then money arrives and then it ebbs, right? So this is something that's manageable. Ashley gave that very beautiful example of the umbilical cord, which is, you know, feeding her money. And she's gotten it from this, you know, from her salary. And as a child, she probably got it from her parents. Well, my thing would be maybe, well, how can I just plug into the abundant flow of the universe? Like, where's the money? Where's that money spigot? Like, I'm going to just plug myself right in there. What happens if I spend some time searching for the energetic money spigot? You know, maybe that's a way to think about this. I'm not sure because it's different for all of us. Okay, so I want to hear back from you all before we start wrapping up here. Do you have any questions about what I want you to do this week? Unmute yourselves and just ask.
No questions, but just a quick observation. I don't even know what to call it. I like what you said about find your money magic formula. That spoke to me, so I'm definitely going to focus on that. Just that phrasing there,
Yeah.
really spoke volumes to me. So
Yeah,
just want
great.
to point that out.
Thank you. I know that was a good phrase, huh? Money magic formula. And again, that is going back to the whole purpose of doing this initial exercise is so that we can understand that this is a 3-dimensional experience. This is tangible stuff, okay? Physical stuff. But the physical stuff changes based on what we're thinking and what we're feeling, right? Thoughts and emotions are really determining what manifests for us. So we're doing the behind the scenes work, okay? Right. Anybody else? Questions, comments? Please unmute yourself and share. And Pauline, I haven't had a chance to really acknowledge you yet, but I'd like to know a little bit about you. Are you there? Is Pauline there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi,
Thank you.
Pauline. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
This is your first time joining our call?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Are
I
you in?
saw the email. I'm from New Jersey, and I said, let me call in. I was a little late because I got the time difference
Yeah.
wrong, but I'm glad that I got to listen to what I needed.
Great. Good. I'm so glad. Well, you and Kelly both are new to our calls, so welcome to both of you. And we meet here every Wednesday morning at 7:00 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I guess that's about 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Wait, New Jersey is
Eastern.
yeah, Eastern Standard Time, right? So
Yeah.
so 10 o'clock for you, and you are more than welcome to join us. Just hop on that Zoom call, put us on your calendar, and then hop
I
on the
will.
call.
I
Yeah,
will.
excellent.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So are there any other questions or anything before we sign off? All right, I'm feeling pretty excited about this. because I started off this conversation and I showed you all my mess with all my boxes and my place still needing to be organized. I need to focus. I need to be emotionally solid, intellectually creative, aimed toward a goal, and determined, right? And focused. That's hard for me to do with all this junk around. So there's definitely going to be an amping up of organizing and moving forward. And I'm going to expect money to be flowing in. All right. So when we meet next week, we'll check in and see what you all discovered for yourselves. All right. All right, ladies. Thanks so much for joining for today. And I look forward to catching up with you all next week. All right.
Yes, thank you. Hello.
All right. Bye, Pauline. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.